today we have something a bit different. Today we're going to be doing some art, alright? But not just any art, a very particular kind of art, one that was included in... Yeah. So if you didn't see the video where we unboxed all these boxes, you can go check that out on my other channel, A New Review. Link to that will be in the description. But anyways, we're going to be diving into the Mega Minis box and using some of the stuff that comes in it. And we're going to be trying out mini painting. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so here we have the Mega Minis box. And as you can see, I've used this little palette for something already. Whoa, that looks weird. A little blue from the lights looks kind of cool. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Probably not going to use it that much. So we have all this stuff that I already unboxed in that one video. Link in the description once again. But anyways, this is going to be the palette we're going to be using mostly, I'd say. This is a Stay Wet palette. Pretty much keeps paints wet. And then we got our pliers and other things just to clean it up once we've opened the minis, because a lot of these are, or I think all of them are, because these are resin based minis, and so we're going to need to do a little bit of cleanup because they're a little rough around the edges, I'd say. And this is our cutting board. It's very nice. Cool, very cool beans. This is most of the stuff we're going to be using to actually paint it and all that. And then these are the actual minis. So this one is the Apocalypse Ghost based off the art piece that he did a while back, and then he resin printed it. And yeah, there's that. But anyways, we're going to be doing these guys right here. These are the Puppets War Jazzy Strikers. Kind of like Warhammer themed figures, or whatever you call it. This is my first time doing any sort of mini painting like this, or figurine painting or anything. The only kind of paintings I've done is on a canvas, so this is definitely a bit different for me. And I'm going to be doing a lot of this stuff based off of the video that they made on Tabletop Time about painting minis. So if you want to watch that video, I'll leave links to that in the description as well. So these are all of our pieces. As you can tell, there's a lot of pieces. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. These are the stands, so we're definitely gonna need one of these. Is there a difference between these things? Or are they all the same? Sector Alpha 32 millimeter. Sector Alpha 32 millimeter. They're all the same, I guess. Although, this part is different. This one has a number 1 on it. This one's got a number 3. This one was the 2. So these are the main body pieces. Oh, and then these also have the numbers. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go off whichever stance looks the easiest to paint, because some of them look a little more closed off and intricate, and like you got like cloth in this one, which is probably a little bit harder to look realistic and add depth to. So I'm thinking this one, it's pretty basic, a wide stand so I can get in all the nooks and crannies, not too much going on, pretty simplistic, I'd say. So we're gonna go with number 2. That's the guy we're gonna do. Yeah. So wow. All right. So I'm just gonna cut off the bottom, clean it up a bit, and then we're gonna put in the magnets and stuff. So, yeah. All right, so we just chopped it off, cleaned them up a bit. It's still really rough, as you can see. A lot of the connecting pieces are still there and things like that still look pretty rough. But overall, you know, it's a standalone figure now. Let's get out the arms. So here we have the right arms, and then the left arms. And as you can see, there's not really a difference in the arms, just kind of positioning is different. which doesn't really matter because if you install the magnets, which you just glue in these little holes, and then you can easily swap them if you don't like the way it looks, but they're all pretty much the same. So we're probably just gonna cut them all out, install all the magnets so that we can kind of pick and choose, and then I'll see which one I like the best, and then we'll paint those ones. So here we have the magnets. There's two different sizes, and actually in here it says where to put each one. So these are the bigger ones, these are the smaller ones. And so the smaller ones are going to be used for this connection, so the top connection that connects to the body is going to be the bigger ones. So we're going to do that first, and then we'll do the smaller ones after. So we've installed all the magnets on all 10 of the arms. As you can see, they're pretty decently strong, stick together very easily. Maybe put them on here too, so we can get these arms. These are the left ones, and you just kind of smack it on there, and you can rotate it if you want them to be even higher or have them on lower. Maybe they're like that or something. I don't know. And yeah, pretty cool. Easily exchangeable. Just kind of plop them on there. You don't even need to like actually go like this. You can just kind of toss them. Real quick, I ran into an issue, just started, and here's what happened. If you can't tell what's happening, they're repelling from each other and they won't stick. And that's because these magnets have a positive and negative side to them. And so if you put them, like, let's say positive is up here, negative's on the inside, and on this one it's the same thing, and the two positives won't be able to stick together. Like on here, they do work, but with the other one, they don't. So that might happen. Alright, now I've made my arm selections. Both of these work. Majority of the arms that I did do work with the magnets. There are just one of each side that don't connect to their side. Yeah, so that's that. But we'll just have to make sure that I do it right next time. It's pretty much just chose the most basic poses so that it can be easier to paint them and all of that good stuff. Anyways, there you go. Now I'm gonna choose the head. Alright, so I am choosing this head because it's the most simple, and out of all of the heads, most of them have like skin and all that, and I'm not gonna do that right now. And so pretty much you just chop off that little piece at the bottom, and then you're gonna glue it in there. And then we install the magnets on both this guy and on the flag. And so there's the accessories. And what I did do with this guy is for his head I added magnets so that I could make him turn and all that stuff. The thing about doing that is there's not really enough magnets to be able to do that, because there is supposed to be a magnet in each of their backs, meaning that there was 5 magnets supposed to be used towards this. But if there's only going to be 2 accessories, I only really need it for 2 backs. I don't really, it doesn't really affect too much, and I do like the way I could adjust his head and all that good stuff. So yeah, and now we're going to do the lower arms. Alright, in about 20 minutes of gluing these magnets in and the night time of going to sleep, we have our piece. dope. That's dope. So that's our assembly. Really, that's pretty much it. I know this whole setup looks different. I'm actually recording this during recording part 2, which is painting the minis. And I forgot about the shoulder pads. So I'm gonna be cutting these things out and then gluing them onto our little guy here. And yeah, and so his feet dried as well. And as you can tell, there's a little bit of residue around him, but we can clean it up and add some little stuff on the base and paint it so that you can't really tell. So we should be good. But yeah, we're gonna be putting on some shoulder pads. Out of all these different shoulder pads, these ones, they broke off of their pairs, I guess, and so they're done here. But I do have both. Anyways, out of all these different styles, I'd say this one should go with the guy who has the winged aesthetic and the wing head. So we're not going to be using that one. This one should go with one of the guys that has the weird faces. So we're not going to be doing that one. And then out of these, I'd say this one is a little bit too bulky for what I'm going for. And this guy's a little bit too samurai-esque. So I'd want to save that for a different guy. So out of these two, I think I'm going to go with this one, because not only is it more simple for my first mini painting, but it also fits the aesthetic more than any of the other ones. So yeah, we're going to be going with this one. Let's put them on. And there it is. I got some new super glue on my fingers, which is cool. I'd say that, honestly, these shoulders fit him pretty well. Looks cool. I think I'm honestly going to change this trident thing, because I don't really like the way it's kind of clashing with his kind of medieval look that we got going here. So I think I'm going to switch it to the sword, to be honest. But I guess you'll see in part 2. That's our man. That is the video. So this was the assembly. And then next we're going to do painting, and then possibly some sort of diorama building. Thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout for part 2. Probably be coming up in the next day or so. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. And if you don't, that's totally fine. If you like the video, please hit it with a like. I've never done this before. I don't want to cut this out. Cut it. Peace out. And make sure to comment any ideas for future videos down in the comment section below. It could pretty much be anything, really.